Number 10, FNAF Roblox. In Roblox, you can play a variety of different games. The game of Roblox itself is basically a game creation game, so you can play to create or simply enjoy playing games that others have created. Considering how popular Five Nights at Freddy's has become, it's not surprising that in Roblox, there are of course a ton of FNAF-inspired games. While they're not exactly mods, in Roblox, every game you build using this engine is like a mod game that you created, in the same way that Minecraft and Gary's Mod have mods. You feel me? One of the games that is currently in dev for Roblox, but hopefully will be fully released soon, is fanverse, which allows you to play as not just your favorite of the original animatronics, but any animatronic from the FNAF games. They have Nightmare Freddy, they have Ennard, and there are even a few different versions of the animatronics that are not from the games. It looks like in this game you'll be able to visit different maps and locations inspired by the different FNAF games.
The next one is Fredmare, which is basically that one except, you know, Nightmare and all black and yellow. Very creepy. Also has giant hands.
Number 9, GTA 5. Even in Grand Theft Auto, you can find our murderous gang of animatronics. Is it weird that I actually feel like the animatronics fit in pretty well in GTA 5? After all, you're usually kind of playing as a criminal or a gangster. Freddy might not be a gangster, but he and his animatronic friends have definitely committed a few crimes, for sure. There is a mod in GTA that allows you to play as the main cast of animatronics: Freddy, Foxy, Chica, or Bonnie, and get up to, well, whatever kind of shenanigans you want. You get to decide that part. Number 8, Skyrim. Despite the fact that the Bethesda game Skyrim is now considered to be kind of old, originally being released in 2011, man, I remember when that game release happened and it was just such a big deal. I spent like a whole week just in my basement playing that game almost non-stop. Anyways, despite its age, people still both play and create mods for Skyrim, even though Skyrim came out 3 years previous to the first FNAF game. Even though Skyrim came out 3 years previous to the first FNAF game, you can still find a mod that allows you to change your race to that of your favorite animatronic. Number 7, Freddy's Ultimate Roleplay, Roblox. Coming at us again from Roblox is a game called Freddy's Ultimate Roleplay. This game recently got a big update in March and allows you to play as your favorite animatronic, roam around, and explore. Basically, it's like an RPG with FNAF characters. Kind of like FNAF World, but different. In fact, this game even also features coffee. Eventually, it looks like there may even be a character creator which allows you to create your own animatronic. Number 6, Sims 4. Sims 4 is a game that is known for all its mods that allow you to bring your own creations from your favorite fandoms to life, including FNAF. People have used the mods in the game to create their own versions of the restaurants and their own versions of the characters. People have used mods in the game to create their own versions of the restaurants and their own sim versions of the characters. Meaning you could play through The Sims as Circus Baby if you have the right skin textures and if that's what you want to do. You could make Circus Baby a psychotic killer and have her burn down houses and remove ladders from pools, or just grant her that happy and free life that she always wanted. The decision is yours. Number 5, Fredbear's Custom Night, Roblox. This Roblox game is really cool because it allows you to play as either the animatronics or the security guard while you attempt to survive the night. What's really cool is it is multiplayer, like most Roblox games, so you can actually play against other players as the animatronics instead of just playing against AI if you were playing as the security guard. Or why not try to help take out the security guard yourself by playing as an animatronic? If you've always wanted to play as an animatronic in the FNAF games and help eliminate the security guard, this might be the game for you. Number 4, Fallout 4. While in Fallout 4, finding specific mods for FNAF is not as common. Many fans of the franchise have found themselves able to use other mods, however, in order to build their own little FNAF maps and locations within the nuclear wastelands of Fallout. There are various different building mods and texture mods that you can download and use to bring FNAF to life in the game of Fallout 4. A lot of the most popular mods are the ones that give players more control when it comes to building and creating within the game on their own, turning Fallout 4 into a bit of a sandbox game in the process, which is great for those who really enjoy creating their own stuff and recreating stuff from other games that they've loved, like FNAF. Number 3, Gmod. The game Gary's Mod is basically a game physics engine that allows players to create their own mini games and mods within the world of Gmod. It's a sandbox game, like Minecraft or Roblox, and it's called Gary's Mod because it was created by Gary Newman. Fans of FNAF have used Gmod to create all kinds of maps and FNAF games, which allows players free roam to explore and try to survive in various different FNAF locations, including Fredbear's Diner and Freddy's Pizzeria. These mods are actually pretty cool, as they allow you to explore in these locations in a way you never really get to within the original games themselves, since you're kind of limited to the cameras for what you can see. Number 2, Fallout New Vegas. Five Nights at Vault 5 was a mod created for Fallout New Vegas by YouTuber Zoo the Skunk. It's definitely got to be one of my favorites on this list. Basically, Five Nights at Vault 5 is like a Fallout style version of FNAF, but with some differences. Overall, though, maintaining the feel of that original title. Instead, you are in an arena trying to survive 5 nights with robots. You can move around, in fact, actually you have to move around in this game in order to survive instead of standing still, and if any of the robots see you, they will kill you. They only come out at night though, and during the day are contained and are harmless. Can you survive 5 nights in the arena? Number 1, Minecraft. There have been a few FNAF mods that have made their way into Minecraft. Among them is the famed FNAF Universe mod. This is a mod that allows players to access all of the animatronics in Minecraft and the FNAF maps and games, which of course are all styled in the pixelated world of Minecraft. While normally in the world of Minecraft everything becomes texturized in that Minecraft style, there are even texture mods that you can get that will allow you to see the posters from the games a little bit more clearly, so everything's not quite as pixelated. You can even find a mod that allows you to get your own flashlight, which you can carry around as you explore the creepy maps of the FNAF games in Minecraft.
In at 10, Scott Coffin. Yes, that's right. Scott Coffin is an ultimate custom knight. Okay, well, not normally in a sense, but you actually need to install this mod for it to work. But this mod, along with most of the mods on this list, comes from Elliot Robo on DeviantArt, which is honestly the last place I expected to find ultimate custom knight mods. So that's why these are all mostly going to be from him. Scott in this mod actually replaces the phone guy, since most of these mods require you to replace an animatronic, since that's just how the coding works, but still. Instead of Scott Coffin talking as phone guy, you get Scott Coffin talking as Scott Coffin. It's not really scary in the normal sense, but rather because of the sheer implication that Scott being present in his own world would create, and the amount of work I would have to do to explain it. Only for nobody to care because it didn't come from MatPat. Yeah, that's my life. That's why it's scary. In at 9, Fixed Trap. Scraptrap is one of the most pointlessly controversial characters in FNAF history. Most people thought that it was just a more rundown Springtrap, and others assumed that it was an entirely separate character, which in some ways makes sense given that Scraptrap's head is much larger than Springtrap's, but then that caused a load of people to think that Mike was Springtrap, and that's simply not the case. But this mod from, again, Elite Robo replaces Scraptrap with a fixed version of the Spring Bonnie suit that he's wearing, which makes it seem less scary in theory, but it's highly unsettling. It's so smooth and the head shape is so odd, it looks like you're looking at a skull. I get uncomfortable looking at it. So yeah, if you want a fixed Scraptrap that still sets you on edge, use this. Now for God's sakes, please take it away. And at 8, Alistor. Has-Been Hotel is an American adult animated web series created by Vinny Vizipop Medrano on YouTube. It was made entirely by freelance animators and is largely financed by its Patreon followers. The official pilot was released on YouTube on October 28, 2019, and on November 6, 2019, Medrano stated on Patreon that there was no release date for the second episode yet. By August 2020, the show developed a dedicated fan base, with the 31-minute pilot receiving over 61 million views as of May of this year, a rise from 32 million views in May of 2020. On August 7, 2020, it was also announced that A24 had picked up Has-Been Hotel for a full television series. Alistor, the radio demon, is an overlord of hell in the show. His voice sounds like it's coming through a radio, complete with static, sound effects, and theme music. He offers his services to Charlie in order to help her maintain her goal of running the hotel. well, but only for his own amusement. And they're added into Ultimate Custom Night by Charlie B. Jr. on Game Jolt and replaces Funtime Foxy. This is the only mod that's made by a different mod author on this list. I'm sorry, but that's just how it worked out. And it's 7, Into the Pit Spring Bonnie. If you've seen the cover of Into the Pit, you'll know about this Into the Pit Spring Bonnie, the main antagonist of the story of the same name. And by the same name, I mean the name is Into the Pit, not Into the Pit Spring Bonnie. Either way, this version of Spring Bonnie is basically a nightmare version of the character, except more repaired than the other nightmare animatronics. Because let's be honest, in this series, a fully repaired animatronic with no damage in the style of the FNAF 1 robots is actually terrifying. I don't know why these proportions and this style of animatronic is just so creepy to me, but it is. And while it may not be as common of a thought to add the Fazbear Frights cover characters into Ultimate Custom Night, well, maybe aside from Fetch, I think that they're worth it. As I'm sure you could expect, this mod is from Elite Robo on DeviantArt, and the post has 2 links to download the mod from, one being a Discord link and the other being some weird file sharing service that isn't Mediafire or Dropbox, so I personally wouldn't trust it, but hey, it's up to you. And at 6, Twisted Ones. Yep, you heard me right. You can have the Twisted animatronics in Ultimate Custom Night for the simple price of replacing a couple animatronics. The ones this mod from Elite Robo adds are Twisted Freddy, Bonnie, and Foxy. There isn't a Twisted Wolf specifically. I think that Foxy is meant to be Twisted Wolf, except just more themed. But I don't even know if there was a Twisted Foxy. I didn't read the book. My sister has it, I just haven't borrowed it yet. However, Elite Robo has mentioned in the comments that they're willing to add additional characters in further mod updates if the models get released, since currently the models are from a Steam community page. And since this was already an update made back in Halloween 2020, it's been over a year, so I'm sure that other models have been released. It could also help explain why there's no Twisted Wolf and instead Twisted Foxy. There was just no model for it. But if you want to make a model for like Twisted Chica or something and send it to Elite Robo, I'm sure they'd be grateful. Halfway through into number 5, Scrap Orville Elephant. Orville Elephant isn't a particularly scary character. This remains the same for the rest of the mediocre melodies. However, this Scrap Orville mod using a model by user Holo Packzoom is honestly terrifying. Scrapping animatronics always makes them scarier, and with the lore implications that the original Orville added with some of his death lines in the game, I can only imagine what a Scrap Orville would add. While the page doesn't explicitly state it, I'm guessing that the mod would replace the original Orville to help him look like just more of a scrap animatronic. And to be frank, this is probably the scariest scrap animatronic that I've seen, even if it is fan-made. Ooh, should we make like a scary fan-made scrap animatronics list? I think that would be cool. Oh, I'll write that down. And at 4, Dark Springtrap. Oh yeah, here's where we're getting to the good stuff. Dark Springtrap in Ultimate Custom Night is a mod that replaces Rockstar Chica with Dark Springtrap and RS, and Rockstar Chica's sign with a spare puppet mask. Dark Springtrap is basically Springtrap after the FNAF 3 fire, but before Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. The concept of Springtrap is already pretty dark, with a serial killer getting trapped inside of an animatronic suit unable to die because he's being possessed. But combine that with the whole FNAF 3 fire burning him slightly, and then you have some decent nightmare fuel. Springtrap isn't really that scary of a character, but Dark Springtrap certainly helps make him freakier, especially because most of the actual William body in this model seems to be gone. It's mostly an empty shell that actually technically makes him more of an animatronic than the original Springtrap, since normal Springtrap isn't an animatronic, it's just a dude trapped in an animatronic suit. I will die on this hill. Springtrap is not an animatronic, he is a dude who has just been augmented. Basically. Facts. Getting close to the end in number 3, Hallows Eve. Now we're starting to get to the collections, which definitely are going to be at the top, because let's be honest, the more the scarier, am I right? Instead of the more the merrier, pardon the pun. Elite Robo made a mod for Dreadbear and Grim Foxy from the Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted DLC Curse of Dreadbear that replaces Nightmare Eon and Ennard. And we all know how much I love the Help Wanted DLC, especially since Grim Foxy is my favorite animatronic at this point. But these animatronics are definitely going to be freaky being added to a game when they hadn't really been created yet. Oh god, imagine the lore that would come from them being in this game. I don't care how many jump scares or whatever that I have to deal with, the scariest part of Five Nights at Freddy's will always be the lore, no matter what, okay? If it has any lore implications, no matter what it is, I will run away screaming. I mean, I would run now, but there's kind of like a wall here, so I can't run. And ultimately, in at number 2, Fan Game Trio. The Fan Game Trio mod pack is a mod that replaces Toy Bonnie as Pop Goes the Weasel, Toy Chica as Candy the Cat, and Withered Bonnie as Ignited Bonnie. These characters are from the 3 popular fan games Pop Goes, Five Nights at Candy's, and The Joy of Creation. Ironically, all of which are coming to the Fazbear Extended Universe thanks to the Fazbear Fanverse initiative, which is certainly interesting since this mod for Ultimate Custom Night was released in 2019, meaning it predates the announcement for the Fanverse which occurred in 2020. So technically, this mod in a way could in theory be canon, but I'm not even going to get into that because let's be real, that would drive me too crazy. I'll let MatPat handle this one even though I know for a fact that he won't because, come on, he shouldn't even try to step to me. I say that only because he has absolutely no idea who I am, and I'm okay with that at this point. But yeah, if you want to experience the Fazbear Extended Universe, there you go. All you need to do is get this mod by Elite Robo again, because of course it is. And finally, in at number 1, Bago Puppets. I think we all know how I feel about the puppet and the various different fan-made versions of the puppet that we've discussed on this channel, particularly the Reaper puppet. Luckily, this mod does not feature the Reaper puppet from the Final Night series, but rather the security puppet and the stylized puppet created by Tofu Kaj. That's probably not the right way to say it, but if I say it the way I'm guessing it's really pronounced, we make it demonetized. However, this mod replaces Nightmarion and the puppet respectively, and honestly, that's all I can really say. The stylized puppet in this game is absolutely terrifying, and I hate that this thing creeps me out so much. I feel like I'm the phone guy. My favorite animatronic is a version of Foxy, that being Grim Foxy, and I'm always creeped out by alternate versions of the puppet, just like the phone guy thinks that the puppet is always thinking. But luckily, these animatronics aren't real and can't actually hurt me. I think, man. Whenever I end up having a kid and like they want to go to Chuck E. Cheese for some reason, they're always going to wonder why I either say no or I'm extremely cautious around these goddamn animatronics and the people in the Chucky suit. Like, they won't understand the struggle of having to talk about this series day after day. This series is gonna mess me up more than high school. Oh yeah. And it's in Roblox. Like you should all know at this point, okay? If you think I care about Roblox for anything other than paintball, you're wrong. Frankly, I don't really care about paintball all that much either, okay? No matter, the mods technically aren't mods for this game and they're custom game modes, but you know what? It's pretty scary how bad some of these are. Yeah, that's right. For right off the bat, I'm talking scary bad for the first number, because you know what? It's goddamn Roblox, and it's not paintball. Now, if there was a FNAF Roblox paintball, maybe this would be a different story, but the good old days of Team Deathmatch and Capture the Flag seem to be behind me. Honestly, a couple of these Roblox servers are actually kind of good, but others like FNAF Roleplay, I'm telling you, like, not even we could make a theory on those, okay? And we milk FNAF more than literally any other channel on the internet.
You're going back down to number 9, to Sims 4. Bro, Sims? Nah, like if you're an avid artist and don't mind taking the time to build characters, you can turn your Sims character into FNAF characters. Not only can you make the animatronic Sims, you can actually download a mod to do all the work if you don't even feel like building. Following YouTubers Lauren Z-Side and BJTG used this mod, built by Kitty Candy's Mods. They really dive deep into how the FNAF mods get into business. BJTG has more scary vibe, more of kind of like a birthday party ominence going on, where you see the kids and they think they are having a good time. They're laughing and playing with the Decepticons just waiting to transform. Whereas Lauren Z-Side did a series on the Sims, build and locations. Also did a storyline. Definitely a great mod for the Sims if you're looking for that more realistic feel, or should I say simulation feel. And definitely a good watch, I tell you, for the FNAF fans.
In a day, GTA 5. GTA 5 is probably one of the most heavily modded games that I've ever seen. From mod menus and story mode to even online, but all the real fun mods unfortunately only work in single player because online is a cesspool of another kind of crap. But let me tell you, okay, watching Freddy Fazbear running at you with a sniper rifle is probably one of the craziest things that I have seen in this lifetime. And the only thing that can really top that for like scare factor is if I saw that in real life. Like just some dude popping out of an alleyway wearing like full FNAF animatronic suit and then charging at me like even with like just like a Glock. Like hell no, okay, I'm not doing that. It doesn't even have to be like the purple guy, okay? It's like giving these animatronics even the slightest hint of a weapon will make your white pants brown. It's like that scene from The Amazing Spider-Man where he was like freaking out with the knife. He's like, oh no, that's my weakness, small knives. It's that, but like actually legit because it's an animatronic with a knife. Like, why would I want that?
But going on to number 7, we have Left 4 Dead. And yes, this one brings me way back. I'm taking it back to the old school because I'm an old fool who's so cool. Yeah, this is definitely what is cool, right? Yeah, let alone scary. And I love hordes of zombies. Playing the original, oh, it was great. This was the zombie we all was going to play. We waited for it. We didn't want to play COD Zombies, let alone you needed an Xbox or a PC just to play this game. This was definitely one of the staple zombie games we have now. Zombie Army, even the new Dying Light series, but none of them have FNAF in them. So this is what makes this game a little bit more gruesome, because you could have the animatronic horde. Excuse me? What type of hordes? Animatronic hordes. See, now zombies are tough enough to deal with already, but now we have them paired into our beloved game. If I could speak candidly, this FNAF add-on mod is kinda stressful, bruh. Like, I gotta be killing zombies and robots all the time? Like, what if I just wanna chill one day, dog? Nope, no chill for you. You just gotta be evil all the goddamn time.
And at 6, Among Us. Among Us is a fun game, and it really shines when you're playing with your friends over voice chat or with various mods like the Town of Salem mod or the Proximity Chat mod. Some of you might remember the Among Us phase that we went through on this channel. And while Gregory might have been acting a little sus when venting throughout the Pizzaplex, there was no real Among Us style gameplay in Security Breach aside from that reference. If it was a reference, at least. However, that didn't stop people from actually making Among Us mods for FNAF. I think even before Security Breach released at that. There are actually a lot of mods out there for FNAF, either be it retextures for maps, tasks, and outfits, to even new roles in maps like Vanny and Freddy Fazbear. Technically, the imposters are kind of like Vanny and William to begin with, right? So like a color change here, a little name change there, and boom, the imposter goes from red to purple, and then you're the purple guy. It's certainly an interesting one for sure, okay? Circus Baby's a little sus though, okay? SAR vent and cams.
Going on to number 5, Gary's mod. And now this one, for me, I enjoyed this game. I haven't really played too much of it, but I know a lot about this game. Gary's mod is a physical sandbox game, and it's honestly, it doesn't have any objectives. The player is able to spawn non-player characters, ragdolls, and props and interact with them with various means using physics and props that can be picked up, rotated, and also frozen in place. And what do you know they added to this game? You guessed it. It's a FNAF mod. You can find this legit everywhere. The best place is to find it is on Steam. The Fanatics, let me tell you something. I hate scary games, but I enjoy my jump scares. And hey, we all do it for the content, right? This mod just gives me the creeps, and you have the free reign to have all the FNAF fun and blood you need for your fill, depending on how much your fill really is. We go by the name of YouTuber Spy Cakes, and honestly, if you watch his videos, he will make you laugh, let alone his sense of horror in his videos. Oof.
Hit it for Skyrim. Oh, you guys know me, I love me some Skyrim. And if you don't, you obviously need to subscribe because I love me some Skyrim. But you all had to poison it with some goddamn FNAF mods. Seriously? Like, come on. Can I not have one thing that's safe? Oldrim specifically has the Chica from FNAF in Skyrim lol Nord female mod, which honestly makes me worry about Chica. Like, I love Chica. We all know this. Glamrock and Toy Chica can suffocate me at any time with those glorious thighs, but this is just no, okay? She looks like if The Simpsons had like a glitch or something. The description of this mod is also April, your mother, say goodbye, which makes me worry about whoever April is and their mother. Plus, the permissions and credit section for this mod just says lol help. Yes, please do help because I need some goddamn eye bleach after that holy living tombstone son of a it's messed up. I'd rather have the spirit of my son possess my body and cause me eternal suffering rather than play with that mod.
Going on to number 3. And honestly, this guy's, I swear to God, this is my favorite. Not only because I have him tattooed pretty much like all over my arm here. Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi 3. Now, like I said, it is my favorite because why? It is friggin' Dragon Ball and it's Tenkaichi. Like, bruh. Tenkaichi was one of my favorite childhood games, and it followed the Dragon Ball series all the way up to GT. Let alone now you got a FNAF mod where the fazbear in this game is just beating the heck out of people. But wait, there's more. He also fuses with Super Saiyan Blue Goku, which y'all know is the form after Super Saiyan God Red, right? And that just makes the Nightmare Saiyan bear. You know what I'm saying? So the fact of having this mod is just dope as hell. When a Kamehameha is activated, you get the bear face just loaded up on the screen when he does the blast. Kanikachu, hats off to you, my friend. You've done well for this mod. And this mod can actually be found at kanikachu.com.
Penultimately, in at number 2, Boneworks. Boneworks is an incredible game, being basically the VR Gary's mod. However, this game already freaked me out thanks to that, like, goddamn sewer level. And now, apparently there are FNAF mods for this game, letting you spawn in countless spring traps or Freddies to see who would win in a battle of the armies, or to see how many you can destroy without getting your own handed to you. Honestly, this is a mod that I looked into downloading multiple times since I wanted to play this game, and the only way anyone cares about the content is if it's FNAF themed. I also wanted to punch Springtrap in his goddamn stupid face. And also, yeah, that's right, I'm calling you guys out because all you care about is FNAF. Come on, switch it up. But honestly, I cannot work out how to mod Boneworks, okay? Melon Loader seems too complicated. It's not on the Nexus, okay? Like, Security Breach has a Nexus page, but not Boneworks? Come on, bro. I'm just trying to have some fun beating Springtrap with my bare hands. That also may sound like a euphemism, but it's not. And also, if I get yet another mod, I can beat Springtrap with my bare hands.
Going on to number 1, and you know, we are the crafting crew, so we're gonna have to talk about Minecraft. Yeah, you know we just can't be here, me, Crafted J, and the King Cheese. Oh, nah. Now, but this is also the FNAF channel, so I guess, you know, we still gotta talk about a little bit of FNAF, right? But yes, if you look on curseforge.com, what are you gonna find? A FNAF mod. And when I tell you, if you enjoy Minecraft, and of course FNAF, but hey, what if they had a baby and put it together? That's what you're gonna find when you go on CurseForge, you know? Because you have the fave Foxy and the mascot Freddy. You know, you and your friends will have a great time with this mod. It's gonna be a game changer, even down to the security breach. Yep, Minecraft has it. And you can't forget about my homie Brian, which y'all will find out about in the Nightmare channel. Who is homie Brian? Y'all questions will be answered over there. But just you wait, Minecraft Nightmare about to be poppin'.